John is coming from a variety of perspectives. He's coming from the perspective of a master musician, which is playing a six-string orchestra, okay, which has all the tonality and everything. He's a choral conductor in the sense he's working with community, individual singers, and drawing them together in a voice. And tonight, he's going to deconstruct for you an important piece of music and talk to you a bit about being the conductor in the boardroom, orchestrating leadership. Please give a warm welcome to John Goulart.
And welcome to the conductor in the boardroom. Ladies, gentlemen, shall we? I'd like to begin, first of all, by speaking a little bit about what a conductor does. What is the function of a conductor? Now, number one, the conductor needs to know his score, clearly. This particular movement, it has sonata form. Sonata form is made up of three different distinct parts. The first part is the exposition, which you will hear. Then there's the development, and then there's the recapitulation. You have three parts which could be considered a sandwich because the last part is completely related to the first part, and the middle part is developed, if you will, and that's why it's called the development. So what I'd like to do is go through the exposition with you now, please. So from the top. Thank you. That is the exposition. Now, I can tell you that the exposition itself is made up of course, other smaller parts. And you could look at this particular example as being one that is made up of two separate groups of themes. You have the first theme, first group of themes, which is in one particular key, and then you have the secondary group of themes, which is usually in the dominant key or a distant key from the original key. That second theme is this. Thank you. Good. Now, if we look at letter B again, and we look at Mozart and the beauty of his composition and the compositional variation, I'm going to show you something that as a conductor and as an interpreter, I would definitely observe and try to bring out to a performance. Can I just have letter B without the first violin? Okay, thank you. That can stand on its own as a theme. Now, if we add the beautiful descant at bar 4 of letter B, you'll see that Mozart establishes a beautiful theme and then embellishes it even further. And so as a conductor, I would actually bring that out. And now the violin. Thank you. That's just one little microcosm of Mozart's compositional technique that I personally find interesting and worthy of talking about from an interpretive point of view. If we move on, we'll do the development now, please. Does that sound familiar? Mozart takes the original theme and now puts it in a dominant key, and now he's going to develop a theme from the second group of themes in his developments. I must say, however, that Mozart's developments are really, really short, and then the recapitulation comes a little bit too quickly for me, but in terms of the composition, Mozart himself did not develop these forms, but he perfected them, and he brought them to an incredibly high, in fact, probably the highest level of composition. So he worked with these forms, and he created these beautiful themes and put them together. So let's do the second repeat once more, please.